Andrea Cathy has a great job at a successful catering company in Columbus, Ohio.
It's such an awesome place. I feel like not only is this a place of business, but it's like, I feel like we're family here.
That's because Freedom a la carte is more than just your run-of-the-mill business. Every employee here is a survivor of sex trafficking. And for most of them, it's the first real job they've ever had.
I have a pretty extensive record, and so it's hard. You know, nobody wants to hire a felon or anybody with a criminal background. So I felt very blessed to be able to get the opportunity to work here.
Andrew's gonna work the wedding on a Sunday?
Yeah, I always work Sunday.
Some of them have been arrested 30 plus times, so nobody would give them this opportunity. We teach them skills. It's a normal job like anywhere else. They get written up when they're late a few times, and so we prepare them for the world.
Deborah Quincy is the executive chef at Freedom a la carte.
This is what we need to work on it tomorrow.
She calls it cause cuisine. She left a high-profile, lucrative catering career to do something more meaningful, helping sex trafficking survivors in Columbus.
My whole idea when I joined Freedom was to bring beauty, because that's what I did. You know, I threw this incredible catering parties for wealthy people, and I surround myself of beautiful things all the time. So when I started at Freedom, I thought it's time for beauty. It's time for a huge change away from all this ugly past.
Andrea's past is indeed ugly. Lured into a life on the streets at just 17, she wound up addicted to drugs, sold for sex, and branded by her trafficker.
He had this guy that does tattoos come over, and he had him put a tattoo on me. He put the heart with his initials underneath that said JR for Junior, to like let it be known that I was his.
Her branding is gone now, thanks to Survivors Inc., a charity that raises money for survivors to get their brandings covered up with tattoos of their choosing. The organization started in September 2014, and Andrea was its first recipient. She's in a good place now, sober, free, and working at Freedom a la carte since February. She says it has changed her life.
Nobody really taught me how to cook. You know, I didn't have anybody there to teach me how to cook, so I really didn't know how to cook. I was a little nervous to come in here because I was, you know, like I said, those lies I tell myself, like I'm not good enough, you can't do this. But I've learned a lot since being here.
I'm a mother, and I have a heart of a mother. And I think they feel that. Compassion, and I'm also strict, like a mother would be, but always with love.
Most of these women have never had that before. Andrea says it's what keeps her going.
Without my support, I'd probably still be out there. Yeah. I wouldn't have been able to make it without all the support that I have. Yeah. There is help out there, and sometimes that's really hard because a lot of people don't know that. I didn't know that, you know, and I didn't know how to get the help, but I also didn't think I was worth it. And I think that it's important to know that we are worth it.
For Andrea and the rest of the women who work here, Freedom a la carte is just a stepping stone to bigger and better things.
Our whole goal is to give them another job besides Freedom a la carte, but it's very hard because I get very, very close to the ladies, and I don't want to give them up.
But she may have to say goodbye to Andrea just the same.
I've already got another job, so yeah, it feels really good. It feels really good not to be judged for my past.